Yo, 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 number 5 is alive. If you're joining me in the stream now or after the fact and you're watching this afterwards, check the like button, subscribe, leave a comment, and smash the notification bell. So what am I doing? I'm still trying to head to this one location. I'm going to use up my free Dodec capability for my account and that location, but I'm finishing this T1 and then I'm gonna be colonizing an Earth-like world system so I can lay down a Dodec. Now that's an ideal place for Dodec. It's an ideal place for T3, but I'd rather put a Dodec down, and so that's what we're gonna do. I'm going to put down a Dodec. Are you doing the community goal? I will be doing the community goal. I'm going to probably start this weekend somehow. Move everything in. Do some aluminum. And then get that done on all 10 characters. All 10 slots. I wish we did have like one character we could have slots. You know, like alts. Because it would make things so goddamn easy that way. One email, one account, etc, etc. But that's the case. That's the case right now. We don't have that capability. We don't have that capability. What can I say? That's a little bit discouraging. What can I say? I'm addicted to these shakes that this one place has, these vanilla shakes. I haven't tasted shakes like these since Queens, New York. You know, I really haven't.
Docking request accepted. Maintain an appropriate speed during approach. Request accepted.
God damn it. AFK a second.
Landing gear deployed.
Usually I'm prepared and I got everything set up. This time around I have very limited time as I popped by the doctor's today and you know, went for another treatment. Spent another God knows how much. And so right now
Welcome to this carrier, Commander.
Right now I'm home. I had like some I don't know what you call it. I had a little snack and I'm just like craving all day. I've been craving this vanilla shake all day long. So no one's down, not even my little buddy Phaser Roddock. At least I don't know. Is anybody on? Okay. So Galnet comes out with you know, like an ultimatum. If we don't do the community goal, we're not gonna get operations, which was
At maximum capacity.
you know, wasn't nice. Shouldn't be threatened to play.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship has departed. Ship departure confirmed.
If you don't do the community goal, we won't have operations. Okay. Then there's, might as well shut down the game because everybody can quit. I'll be the first one. So the materials are supposed to build these frontline fleet carriers
Frameshift drive
so we
charging.
can invade and do things with them.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I hope you're doing the community goal. I'm gonna be doing it probably after this. After I get the Dodec down. I'm debating whether to do a T3 and not waste the Dodec. But I got another 2 accounts that are just sitting dormant, and I can get the Dodec on those. Besides, there's no sense in building any tritium depots along the Sagway because they've already have those. They actually had 2 within 180 light years apart, so hats off to that. They did a good job. So
Request granted.
So you're waking up to the weekend. You guys have a 2-day, 3-day weekend. I have to run around to various places. It's not gonna be fun.
Landing gear deployed.
Well, at least I'll get to sleep. So I don't know when I'm streaming tonight. If you're in America, Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming tonight because
Docking
I
successful.
want to sleep.
Engines disengaged.
But maybe I can start streaming like 8 o'clock, which would be cool. Okay. Cool. But I'm gonna look for conflict zones because I want to do some power play conflict. I haven't done that in forever.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
So maybe do that. Maybe do some on foot conflict zones too. Who knows? Because there is merit now, merit mining. I guess the map updated, so there is a location.
Frameshift
I can do
drive
some merit
charging.
mining. That'd be a good thing. I like merit mining.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
When I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, I had one account, but I had, I think, 12 character slots. You can upgrade, I think, from 3 to 5 early by doing quests, by getting rank or something like that. And then I guess the rest were purchasable. I purchased the slots. But in Elite, you can only have one player per account.
Thank you for visiting this carrier.
So that kind of sucks. That really does kind of suck. Because I just prefer just to be one account, right? One account takes care of everything.
Docking request accepted. A landing pad has been assigned to you, Commander. Request accepted.
There are so many games that have multiple slots, multiple player. Like even No Man's Sky. They call them saves.
Landing gear deployed.
But in Elite, they haven't figured out how to do that. I don't know why. I mean, we could still pay for them. $9, $10 is not a lot. Just pay for the slot. That'd be a lot easier than just start a new account because you need an email, you know.
Docking complete. Clamps engaged. Welcome to this carrier, Commander.
I have 12 emails. You believe that? 12 emails. Craziness. I have them written down. Have the passwords. Blah, blah, blah. And then you gotta have password and login for Steam also. So that really sucks. So playing multiple accounts is not fun, actually. It actually sucks. It really does suck. So,
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
but I do like the dual box. When I dual box and I'm doing the T2, holy crap, how fast I unload. I can unload a fleet carrier in like super amount of time. Very, very fast. Two accounts. And you know, using the assist and all that, you don't have a problem with flying. You just steer it in one direction and it goes. It goes. It just goes. That's what's good about it. You know what I mean? Oh, 07, Tom. What's up, buddy? So after I finish this construction, it's going to be probably an hour and a half or so.
Released. Move clear
I'm
of
going
the
to
landing pad.
claim another system and then build a Dodec there, but an overnight kind of thing. 07, Mark. 07.
Frameshift drive charging.
So they decided to put up a
3,
community goal for this, but no real like items to give away. They're not giving away any items. That's not very nice. I wanted something. Yeah, some even a cargo rack, man. One cargo rack is 7. They own systems too. They own systems too. Yeah, the thing is, early on, right? when I was doing the bridge from 2 directions. I split up I had 8 accounts, so I split up the accounts. And 4 were on one side and 4 were on the other. So they would claim systems as we can go along. So I can claim 4 at a time. Right now I can claim 10 systems at a time. You know, but I do because the point is, Tom, that you get capped at 5 million. So what's the sense of building continually? If you're right now, I'm capped. I'm not getting more than 4.2 million, and I built so much with Draxer. $4.2 million. Can you believe it? That's it. So I decided just to spread it around. So if you're capped, now if I got let's say 5 million overall on 10 tunes, that's 50 million every week. So I think that's worth it. That's why I did the engineering. If you noticed, I did all the engineering on all my alts before, because I wanted to get the Panther Clipper moving quicker and being able to dodge the NPC pirates. So that's why I did that with 10 tunes. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did. They just wander around with the dragster. And if I decide to sell fleet carriers and kind of wind down, I'll do that. I'll just keep 1 fleet carrier for every 3 tunes. But the point of having the fleet carrier is you can carry 25 tons. 10 times, that's 250 tons. 250,000 tons. So that's close to a Dodec. And what's a Dodec? 270 or something like that? So that's why having more is better. It gets costly, but I'm making tons of cash. I'm making tons of cheddar. So like the CG, I don't know what the CG is at right now. Let's take a look at the CG. What's the CG at right now? We haven't hit tier 1 yet. So if let's say I get 100 million per character per account times 10, that's 100, that's $1 billion. So CGs are very profitable for me. I think on one I did like 5.7, 6 billion, something like that, on one CG. Tom says 269 tons if it's the first structure. 235 is after, but the cost is 6. Yeah, I know. But that's why I have 10 fleet carriers. Because even a T3 is like 240 something. So the way I like to work is I load all the fleet carriers. I move the fleet carriers to the location, then I unload. Okay? It seems the unloading seems to go faster. Right, but if you load and unload, just keep going back and forth, it's monotonous. Pisses me off. Okay, so now we're getting into the metals. Let's build this bitch.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Landing gear retracted.
Clamps disengaged.
Yeah, guys, do the CG. We're 8%. That's not bad. So what's tier 1? If we're 8%, oh, 10% is tier 1. That's right. We have to hit 10% for tier 1. Sorry, guys. I'm sucking down on a milkshake. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna go past 10. Maybe. I was gonna use these last 2 accounts for player handbook. Kind of do one that goes the direction of a pacifist, and one that's battle hardened. You know, like combat. So, and then stream both, post both.
Frameshift drive charging.
This way people have 2 views.
4, 3.
Thanks, I'm playing my logistics for my 4th ults since you corrupted me. I think 3 is good enough, dude. I think 3 is good enough. You can do T2s very fast with a 3. Remember, I got 2 computers working at the same time. One is NVIDIA and one is AMD. So I can dual box, and I haven't downloaded the software. I'm not that crazy about putting software in my computers. I am tech savvy, but I'm very cautious. One time I downloaded a software, and it had Chernobyl virus in it, and it completely wiped my laptop. This is a long time ago.
Docking request
So
granted.
since then, I'm kind of hesitant in putting software that people make, like from GitHub or whatever. So that's why you don't see me having ED Copilot and all these other things. Yeah, I'm old-fashioned, but I would love to fly with those. You know. In any case, 3 is enough. I think 3 is good. I might wind down to 3 too one day. So my alts are helping me corner the water world market and galaxy domination. Yeah.
Docking successful.
Problem when you have so many alts is that you do construction and then you forget. And you know, Jack Phaser Radar, he yelled at me a few times because then I'm like looking. I was like, oh fuck, I forgot I had this construction, and like I had like 5 days left. That happened a few times because you have so many alts. That's why I start writing things down on paper and kind of okay, I started this construction on this day at this time, so I know exactly how much time I got left. So I'm good to go. But I just don't like to put third-party software in the computer. I'm antsy about it. I got burned a few times with that shit, so. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
I don't know if they'll do that.
Engage.
be honest. They don't have an auction system. They don't have a market you can sell, you know, in game. Like you can post it into the market. And usually you would go to a vendor and you give them the item, and then it goes into the market, and then somebody buys it, and you get your cash in the mail. But there's a lot of things that doesn't have, so I don't think they're gonna allow us to buy and sell, because we're only architects. We don't own it. Maybe buy the right to architect the system, like hostile takeover, you know.
Docking request accepted. Proceed to your designated path.
You have not colonized anything in the system in 18 months. Repossession of architect capabilities will be in effect in 30 days. Okay. In order to avoid repossession of architect abilities, please install
Landing gear deployed.
one construction within the next 30 days. Can you imagine those guys have 400 systems? What that would do to them? They go nuts. Yeah. Yep.
Docking complete. Ship at dock. Hello, Commander. How may we assist you?
Are you now? No, Windows has some major issues, by the way. You know and I know. In the BIOS, it just wipes out all your drivers.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Lucky I haven't had that issue so far.
Retracted.
Ship's release confirmed. Move clear of the landing pad.
But I just don't do third party. I just, you know, maybe I let it go for a while, maybe after a year or two, and I said, okay, that no one's complaining, no one's saying it has viruses, then I'll do it. Or when I come back to the States, I'll set up my system very nice. Very nicely.
Frameshift drive charging.
Goodbye, Commander. Good luck, Commander.
4,
I think we should
3, 2,
have the capability of selling our right to architecture to the architect. We should be able to sell it. You know, depending on what you got in the system. You have a T1 down, T2, T3. What's the population? You know, come up with some stats. Hierarchy, like where would be 1 billion, 2 billion. So yeah, I think it always is that.
docking request granted.
Yeah.
Landing gear deployed.
What the fuck? This guy just popped up in my face. And now he's gonna say, "I'm gonna boil you alive." Craziness.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Nice. Okay. A little bit more left.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
When was the last time I said I love this game? When was the last time? Because I really do love this game. You don't understand what I left behind in Dungeons and Dragons. Oh my god. I mean, probably would have been able to sell my account for $1,000 or something or more.
Welcome, Commander. This carrier is currently
So,
accepting docking requests. Docking request.
I think they should be able to hand it over to somebody, not exactly abandon it. Because you should have, let's say, if they decide to do that, to put a moratorium on how long you can't, the system's empty, then you should be able to hand it over to somebody. Like, okay, I give it to this guy. He loves to develop systems, so then it becomes his. And now some really sweet systems have been taken over. Only a T1's been played down. That's just. Anyway, I'm not gonna go into it. Unfortunately, you have to do a 15 light year connection, daisy chaining, and so.
Docking complete. Ship has docked.
Where are you gonna go? You gotta have to use these people's resources. So.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Okay. This chair is just not comfortable. Or maybe just my ass
Landing
hurts.
gear retracted.
Ship released. Launch underway.
Yeah. Probably looks like Mars a little bit. I was like, man, that looks like Mars, but it's not. It's not Mars. Dude, I think you should do a video on the obsession where I looked into the history, and while how passionate commanders are, I don't think many new players new players get it, but would learn a lot. And dude,
Frameshift drive.
Tom, I've been to Raxla,
4,
but for 7 years I kept my mouth shut.
1.
Try to find it, because I was using the same methods as I was before. But I was in Odyssey. The thing is, I entered a system that was Raxxla and Darkwheel when I was in Horizons. So, and now with Colonization, you figure someone would have found it because it's relatively very close, within 200 light years of Sol. So, that hasn't happened. And all this hocus pocus that these guys are coming up with all these speculations or whatever, Raxxla's a nothing burger. And if they actually open the permanent lock system that Raxxla's in right now, because that's where it is right now, it's in the permanent lock system,
Docking request denied.
then people would go there and say, oh fuck, it's a nothing burger, I quit the game. But going into like detail about it, I don't know. It's in the it's already in the codex. So and there are a lot of people that actually know a lot more about the philosophy and the mythology of all the shit that they're talking about. I don't know. So I don't want to go into it. For me, Rax is a nothing burger. It's something they didn't develop, something that they want to keep out there and keep out of hands of the community. So they're not gonna actually do anything about Raxxla because the mystery stays alive. The myth stays alive. But it's a nothing burger. You won't even be able to get close. You're gonna get blown out of the sky.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Even if you went with a full complement of ships, you'd still get blown out of the sky. So, yeah, Raxxla is a phenomenal myth, and they should do a DLC with it. I've been saying it forever, but it's their loss because they don't want they don't want to make money.
Retracted. Ship released.
They would make so much money if they did a Raxxla DLC. I've been playing this game so long and have so many hours logged. I know what it would do to the game if they opened up Raxxla.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
But don't get overwhelmed with the hype. Just read it, enjoy it, and move on. Unless FDEF decides to do something with the myth and make money for the game, then you'll never know where Raxxla is or what it is or who's guarding it, protecting it. Okay? So I can confidently say, and I'm not a liar, first of all, I don't lie. I can confidently say that I've been to the Raxxla system. I haven't gotten close enough to see what the fuck it was because I was going to get blown out of the sky and I was in a hauler. So
Indications are open if you require docking access.
Raxxla is just a U?
Currently unavailable.
A
You're
U?
within 7.5 kilometers of the carrier. Request accepted.
Raxxla's a nothing burger. So no, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be. They could actually make a very good, a very, very, very good DLC.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay? A very good DLC. That you don't have to find Raxxla to search for Raxxla. So it could be a DLC that is in search of Raxxla, And people will think they're finally gonna see what Raxla is, but they don't find Raxla. They don't get Raxla. In the end, they don't get Raxla in the DLC. Okay, they get things that will help them in colonization, in engineering. They get maybe Guardian stuff. Okay, but it's nowhere. You don't have to kill the myth.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Landing gear retracted.
Ship has departed. Move clear of the landing pad.
Exactly. There could be multiple missions, branch missions. You know, open up different parts of the galaxy. You know, and expand colonization. In any case, I don't think it would kill Raxla if you can actually do a DLC in search of Raxla. Right? Right?
Frameshift drive charging.
And it'll help the game dramatically. Give people something to do. It'll be a mission. It'll be like a quest. Going on a quest. But one, remember what I said, and I try to help that guy out. The what was it? The something star, nav stars chair, whatever the hell it was. Remember when Raxla book came out? The book was actually paperback, about 40-something pages, called Dark Wheel. Okay, Dark Wheel. And the book itself doesn't go into Raxla. It just gives you kind of a glimpse into Raxla. Remember Raxla? Okay? That's what the man says to... is it the daughter or the son? I can't remember. Anyway,
Docking request granted.
the Dark Wheel's guarding him. It isn't some kind of installation or some kind of it is a planet, okay, around the gas giant, but it's not developed. Okay, it's not developed because it was done during Horizon, so the actual system was done during Horizon. Right now it's permalab, and I won't say where you can find it. But you got to imagine that they made this book 42 years ago, and then the maximum jump range of a ship back then was 7 light
Landing
years.
gear deployed.
So how far can these people have gotten with their ships? So that's why I told you it's within a very short distance of Seoul. Very short distance. Alright, I'm back. Am I back? Am I back? Am I still being heard? Is the stream back? Yeah, it's back. Okay. Alright. Enough of Raxla. I don't want to see it happens that you start talking about Raxla. The fucking game DCs. Everything DCs. So I don't want to talk about Raxla.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yep. That's the case.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
I don't need to do a video on Unrest. There's plenty of other people doing videos on Unrest. So that's that.
Welcome, Commander. Thank you for visiting this carrier.
Oh, mercy.
Docking request accepted. Proceed to your designated path, Commander. Request accepted.
Is anybody streaming? No. Let's see if anybody's streaming.
Lighting gear deployed.
Because I'm telling you, Ricardo had 10 messages since last night. I mean, a guy that goes nuts making little videos. Yeah.
Docking accomplished. Ship has passed. Hello, Commander. How may we assist you?
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Landing gear retracted.
Clamp disengaged. Move clear of the landing pad.
Well, first of all, Tom, I did a lot of Thargoid. So I had only like 3 alts in the beginning, right? 2 alts in my main, right? 3 accounts. So I did a lot of Thargoid. A lot of Thargoid.
Goodbye, Commander. We hope to see
Okay,
you again.
actually, I'll tell you how many kills I got, because Anara has a list of it. I've killed 200 Hydras, 185 Medusas, 329 Basilisks, 1,388 Cyclops. Overall killed 7,073 Thargoids. That's my kill count.
Frameshift drive
My body
charging.
count. So I did a lot of Thargoids. I had like over 100 million. I said, what the hell am I needing all this money for? So I spread it around. When colonization came out and I noticed the usefulness of a fleet carrier, I just gave Volts the money for the fleet carrier. That's it. So the community goals actually did help a lot. Also, like in one community goal I did like 6 billion. I was selling all my mats that I had excess of. I did about 15 billion for that. So yeah, I just gave him the money. Like this new account, this one, I made 3 billion with it, with merit mining and the community goal and whatever I was doing. So I made 3 billion with it, and I just put up another 3, and that's it. Sincerely, you need a fleet carrier. It's like the most useful thing in the game. It really is. Even in every situation, exploration, and colonization. You have all your ships in one place if you want to swap out. Like for instance, I went and did a combat zone with Mamba that I fitted shock cannons on, and the fucking thing was overheating so bad. I said, okay, let me switch to another one. No. Back then you could have sold and bought and sold items. So what I did was I had void opals,
Docking successful.
and so I sold my. You can only sell like 2 billion at a time. So I sold void opals to myself, kind of like that. Before squad banks. This was before squad banks. You know.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
But I didn't give it all. Like I always end up making some money with it, and like mining or different things. So I don't always end up giving everything to the alts.
Frameshift drive.
Like right now I got 10 alts. The fleet carrier will be about 60, so about 60 billion, 65 billion for the fleet carriers. You only get 15 back for the squadron carriers. That's 80 billion. All the different ships I have, all the different things. Maybe another another 20 billion. And then yeah, so I'm way over, dude. I'm like now I'm like 140 billion combined with all the different. I should take a census and see what I got, but I'm probably over 140 billion now. And you might think you got the expenses of fleet carrier. It's not, dude. It's just if you focus on the expenses, you can't look forward and focus on what you can make with the damn fleet carrier. So always focus on what money you can make, than on how much money you're spending on it. I don't even like how many fleet carriers I got. Let's say it's 13 billion each, expenses wise, times 10. That's 13 million. That's 130 million. 130 million expenses every week. Every week. Right? So I'm fine. Last merit mining I did with this account, I got 1.2 billion out of it. So there's always money. Oh, there's another 2 billion on the fleet carrier. And there's a whole bunch of materials that I can sell, but if I want to liquidate and just go down to one account. I'm not really doing colonization or construction right now. Otherwise, I'd be using multiple accounts, multiple fleet carriers, etc. So yeah.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Landing gear retracted.
Back then, you used to have to sell stuff to yourself, so I use void opals, and you maximize the amount that you sell it for, and you end up getting 2 billion out of it. So I'll help you finish it when you're ready to do it. Just let me know when you're on and you're gonna do some hauling, and I'll come down with Dragster And here's another thing, Tom. I found a whole bunch of bonds and a whole bunch of bounties, bonds, and all that. I was like, 50 million right there. 50 million. So, did you post it in Guild? In the chat? Did you post it in chat? Is it first construction or is it secondary construction?
Docking request granted.
Yeah, I might do some tomorrow. Oh, okay, so you need to just post it in chat, dude. Post it in Squadron Colonization locations. And then we'll see who can come and help us.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay. That's a good plan.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Fall push. Fall push of what? You're just assuming it'll be
Frameshift drive
BGS. We don't know what's gonna happen in the fall.
charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
But nothing's sure, so I'm not sure either. See you later.
Welcome, Commander. Docking permission will be granted following a successful eligibility check. Docking request accepted. You are welcome to approach, Commander. Request accepted.
Landing gear deployed.
Hey, nice to see you, Raging Bull. Welcome, welcome.
Docking accomplished. Clamp engaged. Welcome to this carrier, Commander.
Yeah, so I kind of want to discourage people from actually searching for it now. It's not going to be accessible.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
And it's a nothing burger.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship release confirmed. Move clear of the landing pad.
Even if you get past the defenses, they still got more defenses. So I was searching for the location again for 7 years, and I went in the wrong direction actually. I just did a recent expressway to Exo Mastery, and I found some of the locations were in my original search. And so I started going that direction, and I found a cluster of permit log systems. And so you're not going to get to find it. But I have hope that the new CEO wants to make money and they unlock some of the mystery to Raxla. That would be nice. Raging Furball. That's a funny name. Yeah, dude. And I have no reason to lie. I really could care less. You know, if people believe me or not, I don't give a shit. But as there's a cross over my mom's grave, I swear that I've been there. Yeah, I know, dude, I know.
Docking request granted.
But think about this. So I made some points to another couple of guys that asked me a ton of questions for like an hour and a half. And I said, listen, you got to think about when Raxla came out. It came out in a paperback book in a box in the 80s. I got mine in 84, I think. In the 80s, right? And was it 86? I don't know, one of those years. In any case, the light speed maximum jump range was 7 light years. So it cannot be outside the bubble. It's within the bubble, but it's hiding in plain sight. What do I mean by that? You can scan it from the sun and do detailed surface scan of the planets. Unless you fly towards these gas giants, unless you go there, it will not activate. Your sensors only will pick it up at short range. That the actual location changes in your HUD here in the lower left hand corner, changes to Raxla Darkwheel. So you have to actually fly towards it, and I don't think any commander was an idiot like I was to fly towards these planets so he can scan them and make money on them. Okay, because back then I had like 10,000 credits, and I said, shit, I gotta make some money. I might as well scan everything. Okay, and I didn't know how to do scanning, so I just used let my ship do the scanning for me. So I just flew towards planets. That's how I came across it. So it would be a great morale boost. I think FDev would make a blockbuster DLC if they came out with Raxla. And they got all the materials to do that. They can do that. You know, they have to invent some things.
Frameshift drive charging.
You know, like some Guardian things.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So Look, let me tell you my hypothesis what it is. I think Raxla is the friendly version of the Guardians. Okay? That's where they're hiding out in a sense. I don't think it's a portal. I don't think it's a... I think it's a location. Like, we have ruins already. I think it's a... something like that. Okay? That's my hypothesis of it. Because they were damn sure they were going to blow me out of the sky. So what are they using to blow me out of the sky? And I did get on the scanner like a swarm of ships. I don't know what the fuck they were, but I had like dots everywhere. So I got the fuck out of there. With 2 minutes to spare. And mind you, it was in the beginning. I didn't have any money, so I was trying to save of the scans that I already did. So, in any case, right now it's inaccessible. And that's all I could say. You guys should have found it already, but you haven't. That's because you can't find it.
Landing gear
So,
deployed.
no, I don't remember that. There was a few gas giants. They were off, I think, after 50,000 light seconds. And then, as I got close to the one, it changed, the name changed to like an African name, the actual gas giant. Changed to the some kind of African name. It started with an A, ended with an A. I can't remember the name. But I did remember Raxla, I did remember Darkwheel, and in the upper right hand corner where the info section was, they had this big fucking triangle thing. And across my I guess dashboard in front of me, dead center in front of me, a time clock started ticking, counting down to get the fuck out of the system. So that's what happened. But I tried to bring some hope on the actual forums, and I got fucking, excuse my language, but I got butt fucked. I mean, literally, you're a fucking kook, you're shit, you didn't, even that guy, the Nav's chair, whatever, he's in that big chair, he's fat, and he's got a hat, looks like he's a retired green beret, but he's a red beret. Was it, what do they call it, Nav chair, Nav star, whatever it is. You know, he vomited on me. I'm like, dude, there's no reason for me to lie. I'm not looking to get fucking notoriety, and I mean, I'm not looking to become popular. I can care less where people believe or not. I don't give a shit. Dude, I read some of the dissertations, and they're very amusing. But it's like, it's not that complicated, trust me. It really isn't that complicated. But, you know, if FDev actually did some work, a DLC with Raxa would revitalize this game. It would be like a day one. Because how many actual people have actual, you know, experience with Raxla since the beginning, you know, like 40 years. So there's like millions of people that played the Elite games. Everybody would come back to the game for that DLC. People, old guys, old men will go out and buy a fucking computer just so they can play the Raxla DLC. So FDev, if you're listening, and I know you guys watch my stream, you guys are missing out on a big fucking money maker. If I ever came to work for you guys, that would be my #1 project, is the Raxla DLC. You don't have to give the secret away, you know, but just give them some crumbs. Okay? That would be the ultimate DLC. It would make more than the actual original game in sales. And you can put it at a, you know, like a $39.99 or $29.99 price, and people buy the shit out of it. Not just the people playing now, but think about the history of this game. 42-year game, dude. That's why I think they're just missing out. I know how to make money in business and all that. There's no need to keep a fucking mystery. There's no need when it comes to games and money, but you don't have to give away the secret. You don't have to do that, right? You don't have to give away the secret. You can just give some of it. You can give people crumbs, but not take people to Raxlet, the original Raxlet, where it is. Okay? Give people crumbs. You know, some engineering things, some new guns, some new ships, all blue and shiny. They have, dude. Unfortunately, Raging Bull, they have. I went back actually about months ago. I did I was gonna do like a whole day stream, 24-hour stream, and I did like In Search of Raxla. By the second 8 hours, there was like nobody on, but I recognized the location I was at, and then I found like a cluster of permalock systems. So yeah, but it's close. It's very, very close. So unfortunately, you know, sorry to let you down, but I can't lie to you and say, yeah, I hope, but I'm not. I don't think right now. I don't think they're in a Raxla mode. They're in building, you know, dinosaur shit, you know. Can nomads shoot rocks and pick up materials? I do not know, Shinulu. My opinion, if you look on a ship, on top of the ship, there's a big round fucking anus. Okay, I'm only gonna say that because I don't know what it is, but something goes on that, and it's something to the effect of, you know, if you remember, the T11 has the T11 has that hard point in the front that shoots off that, you know, thing. So maybe that hard point on top of the ship is something of a collector. So I've been looking at it, and it just looks like a hard point. It looks like a hard point. In my opinion, I think you'll have. Personally, I would like for us to be able to pick it up by hand, not just with the ship, but we can get out and pick up the materials. Because think about this. Let's say you have two squadrons, and you can meet up in the brain trees, and then you can have fucking war in the trees. At the same time, pick up materials. But there is that one. It's not a hatch. Like, I don't know if it's a hatch. It looks like a hatch in a sense, but you can get out on the side. There's a hatch on the side. And I pointed that out in one of my videos, that in the original picture that they showed us with the planet and the cloud below in the valley, there is a hatch in that picture. Okay? It's between the two nacelles, and it's right in a right-hand corner with a little bit of light coming from it. And if you look on some of the other pictures, you can see a hatch on the left-hand side. A clear hatch, like a double opening hatch, like the bottom and top, and opens up. Okay? So if we can get out that way, why would they put a hatch on top of the ship? Okay, so I think they'll do something. Because people will be really fucking disappointed if you can't pick up shit with that. They'll be like, you know, fuck this game, I quit, kind of shit. So, yeah, I'm hoping we can shoot rocks. There are those 2 lasers on the bottom of the cockpit. You know, and they look like the ones from the Scorpion. But looking at the ship overall, why would they put skis on it? Why would they put skis on it? You know, and I'm thinking that's why there's water below in the valley.
Good luck, Commander.
You know, so he's gonna map out the water below and see if he can fucking ski on it. You like ride so low to the ground that you ski on it. Because I don't think it's gonna be like a helicopter. They don't look like a helicopter skis. They look like skis from a jet ski. They look like skis, like skiing, kind of. Anybody been skiing, you can see the thickness of those things. Helicopters, they're round and long. It's like they don't need to.
4, 3,
Just look at the thickness of them. It looks like something you use to ski over some kind of icy surface or water surface. So I do think there's going to be some surprises with this ship. I'm hoping that you can do that, like you said, Chinulu, that we can actually pick up materials. Either we can pick them up or the ship picks them up. That'll be fantastic. Because I personally hate material farming. So if this gives me a reason to material farm, I'll go and use it. Okay. Secure Tom says that guy's a scumbag. I checked out his channel. He spent more time to convince people to donate money so he can move his chair because the room was. Well, if he lost some fucking weight, he probably has to repair it every single day. You know, that thing doesn't look like it can hold 300 pounds, and he's getting heavier and heavier. If you saw an older picture of his, he was pretty thin. He looked good, but now he's like fat. He looks like as fat as I am. But that's what happens when you spend most of your day in your damn chair. Raging Furball says, I do remember that FDev only came back to Elite after a few other games flopped. One, hopefully they stick with. They actually came back after 2 years, dude. They actually abandoned Elite for 2 years. And Raging Furball, I was one of 900 people playing on the server. Because I checked out to see what the population was on Steam, and it was like 900. Okay, so they did come back, and they did start updating. They started adding some shit. Now it looks like they got it together. Okay. But they do have contracts with Paramount, or no, Universal, for the Jurassic shit. So I don't think they have to put their time into that because of the contract. I'm sure it has terms, so they have to do certain things to keep that relationship. So Elite is getting some love, but not the love that it deserves. I almost offered Golem to pay for Move if he would shut his channel down and return Misty Mountain. Oh, God. I was nice to the guy. The guy just came down on my fucking ass. You know? Okay, don't believe me, dude. I can give you information that would be relevant in your search for Raxla. But I'm telling you, it's a nothing burger right now. Because of colonization, they probably put a permalock on it until further notice. But I know they FDev listens because I'm probably the only one that's been to Raxla. I'm probably the only one that knows the things I know. So when we colonize systems and build settlements, we should have level 3 access. I agree, Sinlulu. I totally agree with you. We're architects, we should have level 3 access. I totally agree with you. 100%. We should also get something in the stations, like some kind of storage facility or some kind of... I mean, we're architects, we don't have an office in the actual stations, right, that we build. So, not even an office. So, yeah, I agree with you 100% on that one. You should get a level 3 access to everything. You should be able to just walk through places and whatever. You should be well known. Oh, look, it's Commander Dragster, the architect. You know, like the NPCs would welcome you. You know, like you already got rep with them because you're the architect. So I agree with you 100%. 100%. I totally agree with you, and believe me, I've said that many times too about the settlements. I'm more ticked off about the reward of colonization, because it is a lot of fucking work with no reward. And I don't have a BGS minor faction that I could actually promote and bring to my systems, right? So the only, what am I getting? The payment, not even 5 million, it's 4.6, I don't know what it is, 4.5 that I got. It's capped already. And I build more and more systems, but I'm not making more and more money. That's why it's recommended to, if you have alts, to spread the colonization among the alts. If you max out one account, you're not, even if you build more, you're not going to make more money until they decide to levy the account. Get rid of the levy that they have on it. They call it a levy, a tax. Okay, so again, they have a problem when it comes to rewarding people. Literally, there's no reward. I don't feel the colonization has a big enough reward. We spent $35 for Dodec, right? If tonight I'm going to use that $35. I'm going to build a free Dodec, right? But then what do I get for it?
Frameshift drive charging.
What do I get for it? Not even storage space. Not a hangar where I have 10 chrome-plated ships. Nothing like that. Not an apartment where I can hang my weapons and suits and take a shower or sleep like in Cyberpunk. Okay, literally I get nothing. On my fleet carrier, on the station I built. So it really is, they really got to think about rewarding people for their work. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it. Oh, welcome, Commander. No, they should say, welcome, Dragster. Welcome back to your ship. No, they don't say that. Right? Well, Raging Furball, I don't think so. I use mining to do mining for merits. Then it's worth it. So I do platinum, I get the care packages, I get leveled, right? So the care packages gives me millions, and I make millions off the mining. So for me, if I do an activity, it's gonna have to have multiple levels of purpose, right? So mining, I get merits, I get the care packages, I get materials, okay? And I get some cash. So mining does have its purposes. Actually, mining is pretty damn good for gaining merits. It's not like years ago. It's not like years ago. If you remember, not like years ago where you go and mine with your cutter and you come back and you sell for $1 billion. That was awesome. Okay, I should have taken more advantage of that situation. you know, thinking they weren't gonna nerf it completely. They nerfed the shit out of it. Yeah, the Tritium Apocalypse. Yeah, you remember that, right? Oh my god, that was horrible. That was really horrible. And then the economy changed. You know, like you can't sell your shit at a nice price. So, oh well. But now it's still, for me, it's profit doesn't have to be the cash only. Right? I get the merits, I get the care packages, I get materials, so I don't have to go farming out somewhere in a fucking dark regions of this galaxy. Right? Which I hate, because I hate jumping my SRV on trees. Have you ever seen gameplay like that in any other game? That you have to jump your SRV on a tree.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released.
Now it's 10 million per hour. 10 million per hour, that's it? You should be able to make more than that. I mean, what are you working on right now? You got a clipper, right? If you have a clipper and you do a good size platinum hotspot, in about an hour I could pull about 60 million. Well, let's say 50 million, about an hour and a half, about 60 million. So a fully engineered cutter, okay. Try Omicron Capricorni B. Omicron Capricorni B. There's a 1BB, I think, is a ring system, has double platinum hotspots. You can mine there and sell it in the same location, same system to something cherry. I don't know what the hell it's called, but there are fleet carriers buying platinum in that system for $250 a pop. So you don't have to run with it in some crazy location, and you can still use your cutter. Do you have your pre-engineered stuff on your cutter? Your pre-engineered cargo racks? Did you get a chance to get those? They should actually work on that, dude. They gotta work on that. They gotta have more of those. Because people missed out on the first one. The first one's where I made $6 billion off the CG, but the biggest prize was 2 Class 6, 2 Class 5 pre-engineered cargo racks. 70-ish. Are you flying with shields? 700. Are you flying with shields? You probably are. But the cutter, if you have the speed, dude, you don't need to fly with shields. Because if you have your engineer not on mining cutter, okay. Well, I don't get that. Why you have only 700? 784 is the max on the cutter, so that's without the pre-engineered cargo racks. But try out Omicron Capricorni B. There's a double hotspot there, double platinum hotspot, and there's a couple of fleet carriers and system that will sell right there. So you just go mine, sell, and see what you get. You should be able to make more money that way. I'm only running the and I'm not running a cutter, I'm running the T11. My cargo space is 368 and I make 60 million. Well, the last one I made 60 million. So I think you can do better because you're double the cargo capacity, right? You just gotta figure things out, man. You gotta figure things out. Omicron Capricorn IB, try it out. Go there, mine the double. It's 1BB, I think. I think that's the planet. It's a ice planet with with a metallic ring and platinum hotspot. And in the system itself, you can sell the platinum, so you don't have to go far for $250 a pop. Yeah, it does, but I only got 368. Okay, you got twice that. So I may be able to mine a little faster than you. Okay, but if you're in a squadron that has that 20% bonus on mining, you're gonna get a good amount of capacity also. That's funny, Shinulu. Okay, the thing you gotta know, Shinulu, is certain ships for certain tasks, right? And so I was dead set against the Caspian when it first came out. I was like, it's a piece of shit. It can't land on a planet. It's not gonna do. It's not gonna do. You know, I landed on the planet. I got 20% damage on my hull, so I got pissed off. But, okay, Omicron Capricorn IV, dude. Omicron Capricorn IV. So I took the actual Caspian. I built the Caspian and I took it up to Colonia. It took me an hour, right? I didn't race. I even stopped to do first footfall. Okay, so it took me an hour. So, but then I also started using it for Sunto relic runs. Like when it goes to 400, that's a great way of making a lot of merits. You can do about 60 to 75,000 in 1 hour merits. So I used it for Sunto relic runs, and then all of a sudden I'm starting to run around like taxiing across the bubble because it has 1100 light year maximum range on the fuel tank. So I never have to fuel scoop. Okay, so every ship has a purpose. Like to go up to Colonia, I wouldn't use anything but a Caspian now. I'm up there in an hour and whatever. Right? I wouldn't use any other ship right now. Now the first time I went to Colonia, it took me I think a week, and I used the Asp Explorer. Right? Actually, it literally took me a week. So, but in the game itself now, there's a reason for every ship. Like for instance, the best speed racer is the Viper Mach 3, 920 plus thrust on a boost. Right? There's no faster ship. So I'm hoping that the Nomad is engineerable so we can get that speed. We can beat the speed. That would be fantastic. You know, and do canyon races. The best for like a tank that you can use like shields wise, build your shields, would be a cutter. You can get a cutter to about 10,000-11,000 shield strength. Okay, so that's pretty damn good when you're going into a combat zone and you're by yourself. Okay, or you're doing AFK kind of shit. I actually love the adder, dude. I can engineer the adder to a 600 boost. And it does have some good weapon hardpoints for all-purpose shit, for landing and stuff. And I was using that for exploration because of the landing gear. It's so close together. It just made it convenient. You can land anywhere with the thing. So Just a thought. Just a thought. You guys, that's why I come here, and I do not like to waste fucking time on shit or stuff I don't like to play. You know, some people like passenger missions. I personally don't think that they should have made the links into just a strict passenger vessel. They should have just made the option of putting those passenger Mach 2 thingies into the ship. You know, but I would have loved to make the links a kind of all-purpose kind of combat vessel / mercenary. I love the way it looks, and it has my favorite cockpit, which is the Adder cockpit. You know, the leather trim on it too. It's pretty fucking cool. So I don't like to waste time, but I won't be flying the links that much, and I'm gonna be the only content creator that's not gonna do those missions with rescuing people from burning firestorm or whatever it is. I want to do ground combat, lots of it. My links is already in perma storage. I don't even know what my links is. Oh, it's on my fleet carrier. Yeah, that's right. Just collecting dust. That's why they make it free, because if they actually people had to pay for it, nobody would buy it, and then they wouldn't have anybody running those missions. I don't like passenger missions. You know, I just don't. I did one time. I did Rubigo, and that was it. There's other things that are more exciting to do in a game than that. You know, I personally love, and I'm not kidding. I personally love, and this is another major way of making merits, of going to a combat zone that belongs to 2 other power players. Like, for instance, let's say I'm Grom. I'll go to Iceling and Archer. I'll go to their conflict zone, and they fight each other. Like, if you guys were watching my streams, there were ships I blew up with no hull. They just had some shield. So literally they fight each other, they go down to 0, and then I just shoot them and blow them up. It was perfect. You need a very strong shield, which I do have. I got like 8,000 shield on the Caspian. So I used my Caspian destroyer. I renamed the ship. And then I went into the combat zone. I love doing that because it's non-stop. It doesn't stop. And you still get merits. You get lots and lots and lots of merits. I love that. That one's really a joy. It's really a joy. I really enjoy that. And it gives you a lot of merits. Like, 60,000 an hour or something like that. I don't know. It all depends on you know how much you can do. But now I'm getting old, man. My heart can't take all that stress. I mean, if you're a young guy, you're in 20s, 30s, even 40s, you can deal with the fucking stress of combat. So the Corvette has 8,000 shield, but do the same to a cutter. You're gonna have over 10,000 shield, even 11. I have actually engineered to 11, and the hull's stronger than that. So yeah, I tried the Corvette, I tried the cutter. The cutter beats the Corvette. The cutter by far is the best tank ship, and it's got all those hard points, so you can have an overall fucking fantastic ship. You know, a very good ship. For a while I was flying the cutter against Thargoids, so I was a Thargoid ship.
Engines disengaged.
I mean, I've used the cutter for everything, for mining, from hauling, for everything, man. The cutter is a great ship. Too bad the SEO doesn't work on it that well. But I kind of played around with that. If you If you SEO, then stop, SEO, stop, kind of like leapfrog, you can manage the heat pretty well. And the shaking and shit.
Ship released. Engines
But I'm another forum stream I made, I said, you know, they should have something we can outfit the SEO drives into our ships, and we can you know, like do a CG where we can get SEO drives for our older ships. That would be great. Because people still love to fly their Corvettes and their cutters, and I used to like the Imperial Clipper. I love that ship.
frameshift drive charging.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to them doing that. There's got to be a CG with that, because they're not going to be able to sell their paint jobs on all their ships if they don't do something with the SEO. Yeah, 1.4, size 4. It's massive. It's massive, dude. It's beautiful. Now, I wouldn't mind putting shock cannons on that shit. I'm addicted to the shock cannons, dude. I did more damage to myself fighting NPC pirates than they did to me. Oh no! The Imperial Clipper I used to love. Remember? Oh yeah. That is a 16-ton. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Didn't have much range. That's right. You're right. Yeah. I just like that it's cool, dude. It should be a medium size. They should have made a medium ship. They should have made the Type 6 a small. Type 6 needs to be a small ship, dude. What's up with that? That thing is the size of the Adder. Python 2 Corvette.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm almost finished with this construction. That's perfect. Yeah, agreed, Raging Bull. That's true. That's true. That's absolutely true. You can fit tanks in the optionals, right?
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
But then you're losing out on an option.
Ship released. Ship departure confirmed.
Yeah, they need to do something about that. One way you get people to buy, here's how you get people to buy paint jobs for the specific ship.
Frameshift drive
You have a CG that you can get
4,
whatever size
2,
SEO drive that can fit into the older ships, right? Non-SEO ships. And you offer a free paint job for, I don't know, whatever ship. Let's say the Cutter. People are going to go to the store and look for other paint jobs when they do that. Okay? Because now they're going to be able to play the Cutter with the SEO drive. They say, I'm going to fly the Cutter. I'm going to put the best paint job on it, right? I'm going to chrome it out. So that's how they do it. They actually match the CG with the paint job, with the SEO drive. But they got to offer that to the public, man. Because they're losing out on a bunch of money. No one's gonna buy their shit if the freaking ship is gonna spaz out all over the place when you're flying it. That's just my thought. I hope you're listening, FDev. I want to help you guys make money. Yeah. Yeah, this current couple of CGs, I think a different person. There's been some really good CGs, some really bad ones. The last couple ones are, you know, they just don't understand reward. They think credits are reward. The credits are not reward. Even the paint job is not a reward. Do I see the paint job?
Docking successful. Engines
Right, I have to do this to see the paint job. When I'm flying, I don't see a paint job. It's not third person. It's first person flight. So, okay. Okay, so almost done now. I think I got one more turn. One more delivery after this. Then we can claim the system I've been trying to get for the whole week.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Yeah, so much effort to get paint job.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah. So the last two CGs haven't been that great with just paint jobs and shit and money. But we gotta support them, right? I didn't like what they said in Galnet. Oh, if we don't get the at least tier 1, we're not gonna launch. We're not gonna launch operations. I don't like to be threatened. Don't launch operations and see what the fuck happens to the game. That's it. Mass exodus. They don't launch it by June 30th.
Docking request accepted. Proceed to your designated path, Commander. Request accepted.
And that's a fact, Jack. It's a fact. Mass exodus. No, I think they should have some decent rewards if they want us to do a CG, right? I'll get the CG for tier 5 by myself. Cobra 4? Oh, yeah, Cobra 4. Yeah. to tier 5 by. You know that is that ship worth it though? Isn't it Mach 5 even better? Yeah, that doesn't work. It's bugged out. It's been bugged out since the beginning. The happiness has always been bugged out. 334. Okay, let's take. Do I have? No, I don't have. Let's see. Take a different ship so I can go to the thing right away. No, I don't have it. Okay, fuck it. Take this. Then offer better rewards than the 2 paid jobs, and some people may not even own either ship. Exactly. Correct. If they don't own a ship, why are you offering paint jobs? Offer something useful.
Landing gear retracted.
Ramps disengaged. Move clear of the landing pad.
I totally agree. But this is like a copy. It's like cut and paste from a previous CG that offered only paint jobs and money. It's like, come on, dude. You guys can't think up of some things that you can offer people? Anyway.
Frameshift drive charging.
Launch.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Totally agree with you, man. They should do more better rewards. This is like cut and paste from a previous CG, so when I see stuff like this, like lazy coding, lazy stuff, I don't know what they do all day. What are they doing all day? It's laziness. It's like they can't figure things out. They can't figure out what people want. All you have to do is go on the forums for 30 minutes. And you'll see, please put this in the game, please put that in the game, please. Shit, man.
Docking request granted.
Okay. In any case,
Landing gear deployed.
now I don't promote the use of T1s when colonizing system, but this one, the flag was next to this world, which is uninhabitable
Successful.
because of the pressure on the surface. So there's really nothing you can really do here. You can't. There's no sense in building a T2. Okay, so that's why I only build a T1. And I made a military, so it's gonna be like a military zone. The rings don't have any metallic. They're metallic rich, so there's only pop rocks that I can actually do. And so that's the situation. That's why I don't promote using T1s for colonization. Okay, Raging Furball, glad to have you here, man. I'm glad you found us too. Come back anytime, and make sure you check out that Omicron Capricorn IB. I think you could make a lot more money mining there. It might be a big pleasure for you doing that. Right? Okay, I'm back. Thing is back. Thing is back. Okay. Now I'm going to use my little Mach 5 to
Ship released. Engines engaged.
to go explore around it a little bit. And if you notice, my original thing, my stream was going to be on exploration, but I wanted to finish this off and then explore the systems around here to make sure I can do something with these systems. So
Frameshift drive charging.
sound is not working.
3, 2, 1. Engage.
Looks like it's going through. Doesn't look like I have a problem with the sound. Check your computer, man. You might shut it off. I do that sometimes. Or sometimes it shuts off automatically by itself. I think it's a window function. You know, Windows just functioning incorrectly. Can you hear me now?
Welcome, Commander. Follow standard flight protocols around this carrier. Docking request accepted. A landing pad has been assigned to you, Commander. Request accepted.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay. So after the next construction, because it's going to be pay to skip, after the next construction, I'm just going to take this tune to the community goal and do the community goal. That'd be a good thing. With a brief stop in my main system to load up on aluminum. That is correct. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me?
Landing gear retracted.
Ship has departed. The launch underway.
Hey Jack, are you in group? Are you in chat? I don't know if Jack's in chat. Okay, nobody can hear me. Well, all my functions look like it's working. Everything looks like it's working.
Frameshift drive charging.
You have departed the no-fire zone. We hope
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Interesting. No one's answering.
Docking request granted.
Okay, wonderful.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Let's rename the facility. The crappy name. Change facility name. McMung, what? Ozana, Ozane, Bastion. O'Neill Arsenal. That sounds nice. We get paint job. Okay, so we're gonna colonize the system I've been looking for a long time. System colonization, begin new colonization. And I'm going to COL MHO B22-4. Let's plot route. I'm surprised I don't know how. I know I scanned this system, man. Come on. No.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Oh, it's okay now. Okay, you got it back. That's a good thing. Thank you. That's a very good thing. Okay, good job. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go and scan the system. We're gonna see why I tried so much to get it. I had to do like, what was it, 4 or 5 T1s. Even in shitty systems like a Sun only. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
But I know I scanned this system. I should have the I should have the data on it already. Where's my thing? Fire group. Yeah. SC suite. Come on. D scanner, surface scanner. Yeah, next is to claim this system because this is my target. So this was my target overall. You'll see why. Let me just scan because I'm supposed to have the data on this. I don't know why it's not showing. Because I turn everything in. So it's supposed to be here. A little trick. When you guys build, if you build a T3 or Dodec on an Earth-like world, you'll get the population. You'll get billions. Okay? Just FYI. So when you decide to colonize and you find yourself in Earth-like world, ELW, correct. You will build, do not build a T1, do not build a T2, build a T3, or build a Dodec. And you will get the population over in the billions. That's the key to these systems. But as I remember, this was a pretty good system too. Like, except for the bees, it's pretty far away. The B star system's like 100,000 light seconds. And if you actually go and scan a body and it says high metal content world and you have biological on it, more likely than not you're gonna have stratum tectonicus there. You wanna scan the strat because it's worth 19 million. Okay, you wanna scan that strat. It's a lot of money. Okay, it's showing me this way. What? It's behind the sun. Great. Okay.
System scan complete.
So in this system there's an Earth-like world. And here's why I'm crazy about it. Look where the flag is. The flag is here, and it not only has the flag here, but it has 1, 2, 3 orbital locations. So this is ideal. This is perfect. And I do have other things I can build here, like this 5. There's a 5, 5, 7. These two combined will be 12. Plus 5 in orbit, because they were act as 1. Another 5. So that's why I was crazy to get to this location. Okay, so we're gonna claim it. We're gonna put a Dodec here. We're gonna do pay to skip. Don't hate me. I am human. I'm not Tom. I'm not a superhero to do what Tom did in 2 weeks.
Frameshift drive charging.
So here I can build a hub. Like they have some great locations, right? So I can do a lot of things here. So I can build some things here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
It's above like the galactic plane also, so it can be in a good range for different other systems to gather their stuff from. So pay to win? No, there's no pay to win, dude. It's pay to skip. Just call it pay to skip. If you actually got something for it, if you got some kind of reward for your $35, then I would say it's pay to win or pay to play. But it's not. I disagree with those people saying it's pay to win, pay to it's bullshit. You don't get anything out of it. It's like donating to a church. Here's $30. Okay, what do I get? Yeah, you only get it one time. Only one time. Which they should have the pay to skip option in this game. Seriously. It would help to grind some, like at least once a month. Give us the option to pay to skip. It takes a month to build a Dodec. It should take, pay to skip 1 month. So. But that location where the flag is perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. And it has 3 orbital places, so I can do a lot with the orbit. Yeah, just at least once a month. Once a month. We won't go crazy, Oh, pay to skip every day. Once a month.
Docking request granted.
Space truck and delivery number 4867. What is that, Granny? You mean, are you quoting the actual movie, Space Truckers?
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
All right. So let's claim that wonderful location. That's probably the best location I've ever claimed ever in the game so far. So we want this one. Configure primary port. Starport. Dodec. Purchase. I missed the 25,000 sale. So, oh well. Ready to use. Let's go back. Didn't I configure primary port? It says unclaimed. Starport. Ready to use. Okay. It says begin new claim, but I already put a claim in. Let me see what the map says. The map doesn't say anything. Okay, am I doing something wrong here? Let's see. Let's see here. Contacts. It says begin new claim. It should already be done. Configure primary port. Starport. Dodec ready to use. You have tokens ready to be used for this facility type. Okay. So then I just build it. No trust. Right? Confirm claim. Oh, okay, that's right. That's what I need to do. Okay. Okay, let's go. So once you take the token, you have to claim the system again. So I have to do it again. Alright, that's easy enough.
Frameshift drive charging.
Space trucking delivery number 4867.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
This is a great system, man. Oh my god, it's a great system.
Incoming message.
Oh yeah.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, thank you for sticking around so long, guys. This the stream is going on 2 hours 18 minutes.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Yes, sir, Bob. Where's it gonna go? Pretty close. Look at that. 93 light seconds. Nice. Great location too. Now with this, I can make it just a regular agricultural. I can do agriculture and I can do high tech.
Cannot comply.
So
Frameshift drive charging.
in any case, I can do both.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Incoming message.
All right. Oppenheimer territories. Look at that. One thing I do wish we could name the worlds, man. We can name the stuff. Especially where we have colonies and stuff. We colonize it, we should be able to name it. Man, oh man. They can make so much arcs doing that. Let's see how close we can get to the ship. Was it 3 kilometers? All right. A little closer. 30 seconds. Yeah, I'm gonna get my ass ripped again, please. If I'm too close. Let's see. Complete darkness. Oh, there it is. What the hell is it? Oh, there it is. That never gets old. Nice.
Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed.
Okay, here we
Docking
go.
successful. Engines disengaged.
Here we go. Here we go. So, in the construction, there should be a button on the right that I press. Yep. Use free deployment. So I don't have to use it now. I can still build. If I press this button, it's pay to skip. So, pay to skip. Yay! We finished our construction. Yay! That's great. It is so painful to build this. Okay, let's launch.
Landing gear retracted.
Ship restraints withdrawn. Departure authorized. You are clear of the station. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Let's see where this thing is. The Dodec hot. What? Hackworth Terminal? We gotta change the name. How about. What are we gonna call you? Was this a 12-sided dice in D&D?
Access granted. Set down on landing pad 06.
All right.
Completed docking approved. You may now hand over control.
Look at that sun, man. That's an awesome view. Look at that. We're gonna have to make it all nice and spiffy.
Landing gear deployed.
Contact clear to disembark. Report to station services for more
Okay.
information, Commander.
Let's change the name. Of course. We're gonna have to change it to something else, something different. I don't have a paint job for this yet. They should give you a paint job for Dodec free. Oh, look at this one. That's funky. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I've never seen this one before. Purple. This one's like tactical yellow. This is my favorite, this one. Copper gray. We're gonna have to get that. Change facility name. Custom. Dragsters. Terminus. Confirm. Okay, Dragster's Terminus is officially available in the system. Now I gotta paint it, but after construction's finished. So I guess that's it for this. Just so you guys can see what I built, so you can understand why I've been hauling for the last few days. So the actual Dodec is right there on the Earth-like world, and then that's gonna boost population dramatically. And then I have a 7 and 12 right here. That's just that's amazing. And a 5, another 5 over here, another 5 over here. It's perfect. So this could be another hub. These are a little bit far out, 298,000, but you can boost. You can SCO drive, so that's a good thing. But I can do like construction here to build refinery and probably high tech, something like that. We'll see. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me, and I wish you all well. I will see you again soon. Maybe tomorrow morning. Tomorrow evening. Tonight, because it's Friday night. I'll see you guys soon. Fly dangerously. 07 Commanders, take care.